Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday afternoon call, tips, tricks, and anything else we can give you that will be a tool for you to be successful. Today is August 16th, and we're going to be going over little, maybe philosophy a little bit at the beginning, and then we'll do some practical applications to it. So what I want you to do is just relax and listen, but I want you to listen intently because I've got two different subjects, but they correlate with each other. So I want you to understand how that works, and then we'll put it into action. Okay. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about, and what I'll do is actually I'll share my screen, and that way you can see what I'm reading also. Okay, of course, every time we share a screen, all these blocks get in the way, right? So, um, we are recording. So let's begin with the law of attraction. All right, I've blown it up here at 125% to make it easier for you to see. Okay, so here we go. This information was given to me by somebody that I get a lot of good information from. Now, have you heard of the law of attraction? Well, Rory's been actually saying that a lot recently, hasn't he? If you've been on the Tuesday night calls, you've heard him constantly, and on Saturdays too. So the law of attraction suggests that everything, and I'm going to go slow and emphasize these words, everything that happens in your life, good, bad, or indifferent, you're attracted to. Now, we all have some experience in the law of attraction. For example, you may want to buy a car or, say of a certain model. Suddenly, you see a lot of the same types of cars that you were thinking about. You may have questions about something. Suddenly, you come across a book that has the answers to your question. Yeah. That's the law of attraction. Now, everything we need to achieve, we're talking about your business now. Think about it. Everything we need to achieve what we desire is already around us. The problem is we can't see it. Maybe there. No, I don't know. It's like the car model that is always zooming by us, but we never really notice it. You're on the highway and the zoom, until we have the intention to buy one, right? You think you're the only one, but all of a sudden, when you do buy it, you suddenly see a whole bunch of cars that are the same model as yours, or the book that's already in the market, yet it doesn't arouse your interest until you have a question in need of an answer. Or when you see those ads on television and the ads that we put out, a lot of people are watching those, reading those, and just like the lawyers, there's so many, they're inundated with the same thing, but they don't need it until they want it. And then all of a sudden they act on it. Well, the law of attraction goes hand in hand with our understanding of the subconscious mind. Our reality is basically a delayed reflection of our subconscious mind. I'll repeat that. Think about that. Our reality is basically a delayed reflection of our subconscious mind. Whatever that we impress upon our subconscious mind will eventually be revealed to us through the law of attraction. Maybe not immediately. Usually it isn't immediately, but eventually it'll come. So, how do you use the law of attraction to your advantage? Well, the first thing you need to do is don't sabotage yourself. In other words, stop having negative thoughts and emotions such as doubt and fear, and don't talk negatively. I mean, at the beginning, there's a lot of fear about your new opportunity here, but just relax and go with the flow step by step. And you have any questions, you just talk to your instructors. Hand in hand, they'll lead you forward to success. Now, if you can simply do that, half the battle is won. The next thing to do is to keep a clear goal of what you want to achieve. Have you heard that before? Well, in success, I realized that the hardest thing to do is to formulate a clear goal. Well, once the goal is clear, crystal clear, absolutely 100% down in writing, and we have our goal sheets that we give you every week, utilize that for what I'm talking about here. Please, that's a tool for a lot of the people in the instructors to use. So you write that down. Once your goal is clear, the law of attraction will start to work for you. Now you'll start to read what you need to read, be marketing, for example, triple R. Meet the people you need to know and experience a series of events that will eventually lead you to your goal. It's amazing how that happens. Only you just don't know who they are yet. The last thing to do is to take action. The law of attraction can only attract the resources you need to you, whatever it is. So you got to think. Can't You have to relax and concentrate. Ultimately, you have to use that resource to produce results. That's what we're going to do. Ultimately, we're going to use that resource to get some results in advertising. Okay. Now, the infinite intelligence, law of attraction, infinite intelligence. Think about these two. The idea of infinite intelligence is a little abstract, but it does go along with law of attraction. So imagine there is a source that knows all, okay? Infinite wisdom. When you have an intention to do something, the infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it, and again, these are things that Rory touches on at a lot of his calls, especially on Tuesday nights. Excuse me. The infinite intelligence will automatically help you to realize it by feeding you with ideas and attracting you to things, people, and events necessary for your ideas to be executed through the law of attraction that we just went over. See how they combine together, they work together, correlate. Now, when we have an idea to do something, that idea comes from the infinite intelligence. And if you don't know how to do something or what you should do next, what I do is just try to get into a dark room, sit there and just relax and just don't think, but concentrate on what you want the answer for and how can you get the answer without being disturbed by anybody or anything. And surprisingly enough, you will get answers. But as we complete one idea and learn the lesson, the next idea will be given. Oh, okay. So now we're starting to compound on ideas. Now, this is how the infinite intelligence communicates with us to help us achieve what we want, right? But what you need to do is to take action on those ideas. So some of you may say, I have lots of ideas every day. I can't possibly take action on all of them. Well, that's true. And that's why I always have a notepad beside you, something to write with. But what you need to understand is that ideas and opportunities are given to you based on what you've impressed upon your subconscious mind previously. Let's take the following for an example. There's a delayed effects, like ordering pizza. Think about it now. When your goal is unclear, you tend to send mixed messages to your subconscious mind. For example, it's like ordering a Hawaiian pizza an hour ago, a cheese pizza 10 minutes ago, and then a barbecue chicken after that. Now, time goes by, and all of a sudden you hear a knock on the door, you open up, the pizza delivery man's there, and here comes your Hawaiian pizza. Well, you say, Hawaiian pizza? I don't order Hawaiian pizza. You've forgotten that you asked for it, right? But you may wonder why you're getting Hawaiian pizza when you wanted a barbecue chicken. It happens a lot. That's again why you definitely, and the older you get, the worse it is too. Definitely have to write that down, right? Yeah, Michael. Yeah. See the analogy. In the end, you're overwhelmed with pizzas. I mean, it's great. You got to pay for it, but and that it's just like you being overwhelmed with ideas. So what you want to do is you're overwhelmed with ideas. You'll have to exercise your wisdom to decide which one will lead you to your ultimate goal, right? A, B, or C, or a little bit of A, a little bit of C, mix match, whatever is to your ultimate benefit. But there's always something that you can utilize that will benefit you. You just have to relax, don't get stressed out, think about it. The good news is, as your goal becomes clearer and clearer, specifics, not generalities, the noisy ideas will be lesser and lesser, right? That's when you make lesser and lesser mistakes. And every action you take effectively and efficiently move you closer to your ultimate goal. In a nutshell, okay, the reason why we have lots of ideas is because we're not sure what we really want. Now, if you are very clear about your goals, the ideas given will be streamlined. Does that make sense to everybody here? Yeah, very good. Shaking your head. That's where cameras come in handy sometimes, right? Now, to sort out many of the ideas we have, we can ask questions. Will this idea bring me closer to my ultimate goal? And if you feel that the answer is yes, just do it. And just go with it. Okay. So that's the philosophy behind the situation. Now, when you first start out, one of your homework assignments is to modify the wine pages, starting off with, the fine wines of Theodore, and then, the wine magic, and then advertise. What is your goal? Your goal is to get people to your website so they can see what you have and have the opportunity of investing in it if they want it. Once they're there, they can see everything else that you already have. Now, what and how do you do that? Well, what you need to do is first start off with making sure you have the proper tools. You want to have a mouse. If you don't have a mouse, it will be a lot easier, especially when you want to do things faster. A lot of people saying, how do you get so much done? How many ads that you can do it? How can you do so many ads a day that I just don't have the time to do that. Well, I'm going to show you one classified ad site that you can use that will actually help you to get more ads out faster than any of the other classified ads that we have. But before we do that, what you need to do is get set up for it, right? So what you want to do is actually start by setting up your My Drive. Now, when you My Drive, for the brand new people like Daniello, okay, because he's my student, so I know he's new. This is the way you start it out. You want to have your Google Drive set up for yourself, because that's where you can start backing up everything and you can start adding whatever you have for all the subjects that you have. So the first thing that you want to do is go to your business email. Okay. Go over here to these 9 buttons. All right. Click on these 9 buttons and look around until you see Drive. Can everybody see that good here? And then you just click on that. Okay. And when you click on that, you'll come to My Drive. And here you have what it looks like. This is mine, but it's, obviously all filled out and everything. But what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is go to you have My Drive, but you want to go to New, click on New, and click on a new folder. And you want to name it. So you are doing ads, right? So what you want to do is just put ads in there. I like to do everything in caps for these. Whoops. Let's see if I can. Yes, ads. And to make the difference of what I already have, ads for Wednesday training. Okay, and then hit create. Now, when you do that, you won't have all of this until you start adding to it. But what you want to do is find it, and there it is over here. So you double click on it. Now you'll have your folder in My Drive, ads for training, which is right here. That's how you begin. Now, the next thing is you want to add something to it. Well, what we want to add today is the classified ad site. Classifieds for free. Now, what you need to do is go to the classified ads for free so you know where it is. Right? And how do you do that? Well, what you do is you can go to any of the links that begins with RR247.com, and it'll open up, all the sites with the banners across the top. And with that, you will see free ads. So you click on that free ads. And when you click on it, this site will come up, right? That's where you get your free ads. And if you're taking notes, that's great. You can also see this recorded after. I'll be putting it out after this call is over. So now on the free ads, this first one right here, classified ads for free, is the one that I've found that you can do the fastest. So if you want to put out a lot of ads, you can put out, using this one, you can put it out to every state in the country. You can start off with USA, You click on it. This is what it looks like. Okay. You can create your own account. And then what you do after it's created, you can go to post ad right here. Right. And that's what it looks like. With this, you have the opportunity to start off sending your ads to the whole United States, which is great. You got them all covered up with one shot. The other thing is to select here, you can do it individually. If you click this down button, now you have every single state in the union, plus a couple extras for good luck. But you just click on each one of those states, and that's how you can get that done. That's how you can do it. And once you get going, you just keep going faster and faster. And I'll show you over here now what it looks like. This is what I'm using. So what do? Before you use that, you have to set up your ad, right? There's different lengths of ads. And what we're doing right now is we are working as of last night, trying to get parents to know about our Brain Food Academy, right? So what you need to do is you start off by going to where you just made that folder, ads for Wednesday training, and go over to new, and you can go down to right down to where it says Google Sheets. You can start off with Google Sheets. Yes. Click on Google Sheets. And this is, basically Excel. And we are working with that classifieds ads right here, classifieds for free ads. So what first thing you want to do is you can put the title in there. Okay. Now you want to have the headers here. So whenever you have a new Google Sheet, or you have a new sheet on the bottom, when you run out of space, the best thing to do is just to copy and paste the headers in. And therefore, what I'm going to do is, since I already had it done once, I'm going to copy and paste what I already have here. And the way you do that is just go to where the numbers are and click on the number. As you see, the number highlighted everything, right? So now just right click copy, then go to your brand new sheet, right where you got it from, number one, click on number one, and then Control V for Victor, or you can use right copy from your mouse and click it in to paste. You see how fast and easy that is? Already, you're speeding time, you're making it go faster, right? Now, what you want to do, you're going to be using classifieds, so you'll know that you're going to be doing all the states, right? So what you want to do is go to your what you set up previously, and just highlight it, make it a lot easier. Same thing, right? Country, USA, and state. Okay, so click on USA, The very first time you're going to have to do this individually by hand, but after that, you can always do it. So just by copying and pasting. So you select USA, hold the control key down on your keyboard and hit the state, right? So your finger is on the control keyboard to get both of those highlighted. Go to the bottom to the last, which is Wyoming, and you get to know all the states by doing this, which is good education. And holding down the shift key, just click down here and you'll highlight both of those, you see? Right click, copy. Now I've used up all of this sheet. So what I'm going to do is go to the next sheet. And what I need to do first is copy this to my sheet. Copy, next sheet, number 1, Control V as in Victor. Go over here, country and state. Let's go back here. I'm going to have to copy this again. So 1, 2, go down to the bottom. You hold down the shift key and it highlights both of those. Right click, copy, and insert. Control V as in Victor. You see? Now, the other thing about this is that obviously, you see, I have the date here. I don't know if you ever had this experience, but watch this. In mine, a lot of the Excels seem to be different. Some don't do this, but others do. Now, I'm going to put today's date in here, GUST, August 16th, 2023. And I hit tab to go to the next. That sets it there. Now, what I like to do is have everything in bold type plus centered. But since we're going to advertise, and I'm not going to do it, I was going to do it, but it'll take too long. So we're going to send to every state today, right? When you first start off, there's a space for actually the USA. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, right click, and go down here, and I'm going to insert a row above. Okay. So that way I can put in United States there, and United States there, and copy that and just move it up here. Okay. Now, if I go to drag it all the way down, you see this little circle right here when you click on the date. You take that circle and you just drag it down, holding the left button on your mouse. Go all the way down right here. And now you've got the date in there. However, look at the date. So it's increased by 1 every line you went down. To get it back to the first date, you just hold your control button and hit your enter button. You see how it changed to today's date? You hold your control button and your enter button. Right, there you are. So you got that done, you got that done, you have that done. Now, you want to fill all these out before you start sending out your classified ads. So what you want to do is pick one. What we're going to be doing is advertising for the parents and for Brain School, Brain Food Academy. So I'm going to put school in here. I missed the letter. H-O-L. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because when you go here and you go to the category for this, it has so many things here, but you can go down and it does have a place for school. So you put that in there, right? It's already says United States. So with the first time you do this, you'll get the United States. You can keep repeating it, but every time you repeat it, it won't have the United States. You'll have to do it from Alabama. Okay. So where are we? Here, classified school. So the school, and I'm going to use what I already have had before. School, none for email. And this one, some ask for your email, others don't. So I'm going to highlight that. This is my homeschooling. That subcategory, this one doesn't ask for that. And I'm just going to copy that for now. And go here. Rather, I'm going to go here. So email. I'm going to hold down and go to subcategory. Hold the shift down. And you see it highlights those three. And then Control V as in Victor will put all that in there at one time. Now, what you want to do is that's going to be static. It's not going anywhere. So this home page is, remember, whatever your home page is for that subject. In which case mine is that. Okay. Now what you want to do is take this and shift all of it and bring it down. Again, most of the time is setting up your advertising. So when you do that, you can just whip right through it. Okay, that's done there. This is direct or indirect, which means if you are advertising directly to the product or service, you want to have direct. When you're advertising to your web page, which is what you always 100% of the time want to do, then it's indirect. So you have an indirect here. Okay, you bold it, I center it, and now you just drag it down, holding your left key on your mouse. There it is. Again, everything is set up so that you do it fast. The description you can put in, which is after you've got it set up and starting your advertising. So let's do this quickly. Here's what I'm going to be advertising. Here's my title. Parents find ideal homeschooling with safety and excellence combined. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in there. Slide up here. You can put Control V to enter it in there, or right click and paste. Then you go down here and we've been putting 2023 and Rory's been putting that in, so I'll put in there. Now, what you also want to do as far as a contact email, you want to actually make yourself another email account. Gmail, it's always Gmail, but I've done it the way Rory has his. So mine is tomdposter@gmail.com. That way you don't get any of the business emails, you don't get any personal emails. It's just for advertising. So if you get if you get scams and people coming back and all a bunch of baloney that you don't want, it's going to go in here, which basically is only for this purpose, to have a contact. And if there is something, you'll know it comes from the ad, if there's something specific. So you've got that in there. And then you just go and put in the description. Now, I've got an exceptionally long one, but I feel it's very important, more so than anything else. So I'm highlighting it, right clicking and copy, or Control V as in Victor, or actually Control C as in copy. Now I can do Control V as in Victor to place it in there. When you do that initially, you want to make sure that it's all formatted correctly. And I know this is because I've been using this. Okay, there you go. There's the description. Now you want your web page. So you click on that and go. You have this already set up for yourself, right? So here's your web page right there. Okay, right click, copy, put that in there, Control V. And if you have a video, which is always nice to have, I don't have one for this. I have one for mostly all of them, but not this one because it's all brand new. So you can, it's always helpful to have a video. If not, just make sure you have a good image. Since this is schooling, then you want something that has to do with your schooling. And in this particular case, let's see what we have. Can do different things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pick this one right here. Now just click on it. Now, when you first do it, you have to, there's none there. These are all the ones I've been using, but you have to go down here, choose it from your PC where you have your pictures. Now, on all of these classified ads, the best thing is to make sure that your pictures are between 200 and 400 KBs so that it will go. If it's anything larger, they won't take it. It's just the way it is. So just by clicking on this, it already comes up here, and you can put up to 3 pictures there. Just bring it up and put it in. Now, you want to double check. You have your link, you have your picture, you have your description, categories, correct? And it's going to the United States. So what you do is you click post, wait for a second. And the thing about this is it comes up relatively fast. So what you want to do when it comes up, this is what it looks like. Has your active link there in the home page, and there's the picture that I selected. So what you want to do is you can double click on this number, add ID, double click it, and it highlights the whole thing. Then you use Control C, go to your sheet, under Add ID, click on it, and hit Control V as in Victor. And that's how you do that. The headline is over here. I didn't put the headline in very quickly. We can just do the headline. Enter, Control V, there you go. Now, the thing is, to keep track of where you are, we just put that in there. Now, just hit the down arrow on your keyboard, like that, and you know the next place to go is Alabama. So you're down here, just whip over to the right. You don't even have to look at it. Just drop it down to the bottom. So wham, bam, you think of it using your third eye. You don't have to look. It's going to do it. Put your cursor all the way to the right, drop it down. Then do you want to post another one? You click yes, you want to post another one. So it goes back here. Now you start with the individual states. First one is Alabama. Now you just whip right down. You don't have to do anything else because it's already in there. Click post ad, comes up. Eventually this takes time. Sometimes it comes up fast, sometimes it doesn't. You know, we're on here and it's a little slower, but when it comes up, just double click quickly, Control C, whip over to your sheet, Control V as in Victor, down, and away you go. And you just keep repeating that over and over again. And then hopefully that's easy for you to understand, to do. And it's a matter of practice. So have fun with that. And that is the easiest, fastest way to get ads out. You do that, you got 52 ads. Now mine takes an average of anywhere from, well, 25 to 30 minutes to do the 52 states going that way. We have a whole bunch of other classifieds, but it take a heck of a lot longer. There's others that took me about 2 hours. So I was going to mention it, but I'm not going to. It just takes up too much time. So this is the fastest way of doing it. So you can start off with this, then you can go to the others and you can check out all the others that you have on that, we have on that page. Okay. And that takes care of that. Any questions on that?
Two things I want to mention. One of the nice things about that as well is that every time you log into it, you can renew all of your ads, but you have to make sure you do that every 30 days.
30 days. Yeah,
right.
You're right.
And then there's that one, and then as well, another one that's very much like it is business ads for free, which is almost identical. It's just a different type of ads. But you need to think of that. And I mean, honestly, that is the easy. Those are the easiest two to use. But make sure that you're not only using those two. Make sure that you're using other sites as well, because if ever, which has happened before, if ever the site goes down, something happens, then all of your ads are gone, right? So you want to make sure you're using multiple classified sites.
That business ads for free, is that on the site or is that by itself?
You can actually get to it from classified sites, I believe. Let me just check here.
Business ads for free, if you got that link.
Yeah.
If it's not part of the RRR group of free classifieds, I didn't see it there.
I don't think it is, but like when you go to the site, is business ads for free.net, and then when you go there, it looks almost identical.
Okay, and we can do it just as fast. Repeat, run after another.
It works exactly the same.
Okay,
exactly.
There you go, folks. You heard it from the man. Okay, so Michael Smith.
Yes, sir.
Howdy
Quick
doody.
question.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Would you give me the pic size again for that? The picture size?
The picture? Oh, anything between 200 and 400.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
200 times 400.
Yeah, I always, and there's other programs I use that they only want something closer to the 200, so I keep it below, try to keep it below the 200.
Okay, thank you.
And you can always tell what it is when you download it into your computer. Just hover over the picture and it'll show you the size of it.
Yep.
For anybody who didn't know that. Okay. All righty. And Debbie.
Hello. I have a quick question about different ads and things like that. So you can go all the way through all the states and then post another ad for something else.
Yep.
And do the same thing.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, when you do that, you just go to the bottom of the ad, like I did, to go to the next state. When you're finally done to Wyoming, just keep it there instead of hitting add post, or post ad, because when you hit post ad up on top, it'll wipe out everything and you have to put everything back in. But if you want to keep all the information you have, just maybe change the title. Then go to the bottom where you're on Wyoming, go all the way to the bottom like I did and click on that. That'll come back up to the same format. And then just click on Alabama, which would be the first state. And then just change what you want to change and then go through all the states again. They'll all stay the same.
Oh, okay. So
if you want to keep the same description and change the header, for example.
Right. So that counts as a different ad because I know some sites say that they don't want repeat ads.
That's why I'm talking about this particular one. And now we're Right. Now, Joel said the business ads for free.net
Okay,
is another similar one. So you can bounce both of those back and forth. Again, the object here is to get ads out faster than normal, because I know normally to do it with all the others, you may be able to put 10 ads out if you stick with it, and that's not much. This way, at least there's 52 ads. You know now how many states there are in this country, and
right.
you get to learn what they are, and
Mhm.
you just keep whipping back and forth, down. That's why I said after you do it, you just get into a zone, and it starts
Right.
getting faster and easier. You just whip the mouse over to the right, bring it down, click on it, go up, but just change the state, and that's it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
An example, Debbie, of one of the ones you're talking about where they tell you not to do duplicate ads. I know US Net Ads tells you not to do duplicate ads. And then I remember ages ago now, Sheila had investigated with him and spoken to find out, what the distance has to be. And so it has to be within a 300-mile radius for your ads. Now you can look online. There are tools out there where you can look up to see the radiuses. I mean, I have tools, but essentially it needs to be a 300-mile radius.
Yeah. When in doubt, just change your ads.
Honestly, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So we did have a couple other questions that was presented to us, and I don't know if we'll have time for everything, but Joe, there's one question that we had was how to organize the bookmarks bar, and out of the two
Yes.
questions that we have, that may be the quickest one to answer.
Okay.
If you could
Sure.
go over that for us, it would help.
Sure.
It would be appreciated. Thank you.
Yep, I can do that. Yeah, I mean, it won't be a long time, but I can absolutely do that. Sure. Okay. So let me just get this ready here. I was working on this a little bit today. And now one of the things with your bookmarks that you need to remember is that it's not kind of a do it and forget it. Yeah, you have to keep going back in and just making sure that they're organized, making sure that you don't have old ones in there, because when you keep adding to folders, eventually you're going to get overrun and then it's essentially become unorganized again. Okay, which is something that's happened to me a little bit. But let me show you how I've organized mine. Let me get back to Zoom here. And now I think I need host. Yeah, I need co-host. I'm not host.
You weren't here when I did that. There you go.
Correct. I was not. And now you need to enable. Oh, wait a minute.
There you go.
Okay, is working now.
There you go.
Perfect. There we go. Very good. And we're just going to screen 2. Okay. Now you should see. Now, hopefully, there we go. Okay. So, yeah, my computer's a little slow right now. It's acting up, but see how we go here. All right, there we go. Okay. So let me just this. Okay. So these are this much. So let me just go to. I'm just going to create a new tab and move this out of here. Down. Maximize this. Okay. So this is as you notice here along my bookmarks toolbar, I have them organized with V marketing, advertising, daily, all the way across here, right? So number one thing, to create those, you can do it a couple different ways, but the easiest way, I mean, as I think, is you can go over to the dots, the 3 dots, move this out of the way, and then go over here to bookmarks, and then when it comes up, a bookmark manager. Okay, once you're in here, you can then move this now. You can then you just click on here, and then you can actually,
3 dots on the far right.
yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Over here, and then you can do add new bookmark or add new folder. So obviously when you start out, you're gonna do add a new folder, right? And then you just do add new folder, give it a name or whatever, and then so I'll just do there. This is okay. That okay, and now whenever you add bookmarks or add folders, it always adds it to the bottom, right? So then obviously you need to move it up. So move it up to the top here. Just move it up. Okay. Sometimes it's a little finicky. There we go. Move it up. Go, and I have a lot in here, so I can probably put over here instead. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now you see now this is now up here in the beginning. This is the beginning, right? And then just do that along here, and then you do V marketing, advertising. Okay, so what I've done now, and so by having the folders here, this now means so for example, in my V marketing, this is where so I'm going to go out of this. So go into here, just go into a regular page here. So my V marketing, I now have my V marketing task. Okay, so in the V marketing task, now this one does not belong in here. So put this over to advertising. Put this in, just put it into advertising task, goes in here. Okay. So V marketing, my V marketing task, and then these are what I'm working on for V marketing. Now I'm missing a couple things here because as I said, I kind of got a little lazy, not really organizing it as well as I could have. It just has my old ones in here. Okay, and then advertising, my advertising tasks. So the reason why I called them advertising task, V marketing task, is because what you can actually do, and I have another one. So the phones inbounds, outbounds. So what you can do actually. So for advertising, for example, once you have which one to use, when you're going to do the advertising task, you can then just right click on advertising task and choose open all or open, right? So you do that, and make sure to open 20 tabs. Well, yes. No, normally it wouldn't be that many, but I'm going to do it anyways. And that way, you'll notice now that it's going to open all 20. Should. But my computer is being a little slow, so it may take a little bit of time here. I don't know what's going on with my computer. There we go. And it's loading. Okay. Computer's slow. Okay, and so that's that, and gotta wait for my Chrome. There we go. It's now that they're all loading up top here. Okay, and so there we go. That's a little better. And then for daily, so is obviously what you can put daily is stuff that you can use every day, right? And then Rory is anything that like for example, the Rory Google Drive, right? So I have that under Rory. Anything, and then student training. When this is done, when it loads up, I will show you as well.
Yeah, I see your internet is kind of slow. All those tabs are trying to
know.
load.
But hey, all these tabs are nothing like all the tabs you have.
For sure.
But yeah, no, it's taking a little bit of time here.
And I have my tabs within tabs, so
I know.
condense
You're,
them.
yeah. I did that too, and then what happens with that is that when I did that, then when my Chrome crashed and I lost all those tabs, right? Or I lost the tabs within the tabs, right? So, all right, it's still loading. We'll see in a minute here. So this is my advertising task. So one, if you remember from trainings we did a while ago now, one of the trainings Tom did was where you can have what was that? Where it, if you looked at Tom's Chrome, you see he has multiple colors, and then has tabs within those colors.
Yeah, just hover over one of the tabs. That
Right, and then you can
right
do
click,
yeah. There you go.
right click
Right,
on
click
it.
on that. Yeah. And then you can do
add to new group.
to
Yeah.
new group. Okay. So I was using the groups as well, but then what happens then is that if for any reason your Chrome crashes, or you know you have to reboot your computer, whatever you've added into those groups, you now lose it. You now lose that group. So you have to go and recreate it again. So what I did is I then instead of that, I then just created a tasks. So you know, just called it a task, right? That way, then when I want to do a certain a task, I then just go into it, and then I right click like I did with the advertising, and then just do load all tabs. Okay. So if you go into PBS training, right, and so then this has my it's just for when I'm training students. This is what I have when I'm new students. Okay, and this is numerous um items for training people on PBS. Rory, okay, so you see the I am marketer and numerous tabs in here. All right. So that's essentially how I organize. That's just kind of a quick version of it. I will actually go when I do my training. I will actually go into greater detail of how to organize bookmarks, and I'll have a better leadership, I guess you say, of organizing the bookmarks. But this has just been kind of a quick one today, but I will do it in greater detail next time I do my training.
That sounds like a
Alrighty.
plan. There you
I think
go.
that's a better plan. Perfect.
Now you know what to do. And over on the top, you see there's so many on it. And over to the right, you see the two arrows right up there to show you what the other tabs are down below that.
Oh, this right here.
Right next to that tab. No,
Oh,
down.
yes, here. Yes, right. Yes. Yeah. If you look in here, these are all the hidden bookmarks. Yeah. You see.
Yeah, those are all the extras.
Right. You see, that's why you just got to make sure that you organize. I mean, it's great to get organized, but you gotta do everything you can to continue to stay organized. As we all hear, consistency is the key. Just make sure that you're consistent. I try to be consistent, but sometimes I kind of get a little lost, but yeah, but just really consistency is the key to everything. But yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
you want to do it so that you are comfortable and know where it is whenever you need it,
That's right.
especially when you are an instructor and somebody asks you for something. You have all these tabs and you have everything within those tabs, but you're going to have to be organized enough to know exactly where you put that particular subject and how to get to it,
Right.
quickly. Because
Exactly.
that's important, and because it'll make you look more professional too.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, we appreciate that,
Sure.
Joel. I know it didn't
Sure.
have a lot of time, but that's good. Next time that you're doing this, then you can go do the tabs, right?
Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Better.
So there you
For
go.
sure. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, folks, that's it for today. We appreciate you coming. I'll have this recording up and going in about a half hour, and you can look for it. Okay? Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That was great.
Anything, you're back. Well, we didn't know.
I lost my internet and it's going in and out. It's very unstable right now. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you moving on.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's thundering over here today in Florida right now. It's that time of day. So I didn't know if I was going to lose my internet, but everybody's been having situations with their internet.
Yeah.
But-
Debbie is
Glad
asking
you're
Tom.
having
Huh?
Debbie's asking Tom if you can share your template you use for your ads.
the template for the ads? Yeah,
We just
what I'll
put
do
something
is,
together. Just make a blank one with the templates at the top, right?
yeah, that's why I put in a test because I knew people would want it. So I'll just put
Okay.
it in the Skype in the evolution
Perfect.
chat. Okay,
Perfect.
would
Yep.
that suffice for everybody?
Yep. There we go. Perfect. Yep. She says thanks. Okay,
Okay,
folks. Thank you very much.
thank you.